bored. I'm on my way to a bus stop. As a Bibliotech West, charging my phone, charging my laptop. Eat a sack lunch at a Catholic charity so I don't die. I'm a victim of starvation for more than 30 years. Mostly everyone in my family of origin is a rapist, murderer, thief, a sex addict. So gross, they're disgusting. Ew. Embarrassing. Disturbing. So gross. They're trying to rape me, they're drinking money, so they steal my money. They stay in my homes without my permission. They steal my vehicles. They get in the way of me receiving money, trying to lure me into a conversation where I would introduce my children to them, for them to sexually harass and or rape Jaden Kilani, and I don't succumb to that. I've gone through a physical beating in the past 5 years, and the last one everything, due to not having money, water, homeless shelter, not having food. What else? However, my babies in my care are safe. What else? I talk to them through text and I call them. What else? What else? I miss Jada, I miss Kehlani. Jada and Kehlani have been separated from me since 2016. I was raped in 2016. I already filed at least one police report against the person that raped me in 2017. I come from a family of very dumb, stupid people that think that they own me when they don't. So they steal my money, they stay in my homes without my permission, they steal my vehicles, they get in the way of me receiving money. And I'm out about performing self-care for myself. And they show up and take me hostage, rape me. Fuck asco. They're disgusting. I've already filed a harassment report against one of those people that raped me in 2023. I filed several FBI tip forms against those people that abused me. I've talked to the police already about people that bullied me through email. In 2021, what else? I've filled out numerous FBI tip forms alerting the FBI of abuse towards me through Facebook Messenger, the contact form of my website, ArleneLorenzoArt.com, and Gmail. What else? Mostly everyone in my family of origin is so gross. They're trying to traffic me into my parents' home so that my second cousins rape me there like they did when I was a child. They're stupid. Well, they're like, en el carro de ella me llevaron a Atlantic City y allá la violan en Aguada. En el carro de ella me llevan a Nicaragua. Ay, en la casa de ella me lo hace. Ay, y la violan en Aguada. They're disgusting. They're embarrassing. They're so gross. They're stupid. They're not even worth my time seeking what type of conversations they have behind the scenes. They fake being in love to not be accused of rape or stealing vagina pictures from one. They're disgusting. My family of origin, for the most part, is the epitome of disgusting. They're embarrassing. They're so gross. Ew. They've killed millions of people throughout the years with how unsexy they are. They're, What else? What else? When does the bus get here? What else? You can give me money in person through PayPal. It's AR Blue Sky Designs. So fuck my God. My umbrella's trying to fly away. What else? What else? You can give me money in person through PayPal. It's AR Blue Sky Design Store, lipstick and sun straight to my heart. Arlene Lorenzo Art Shop, INTAYIAFAY, Empire Shop. My GoFundMe campaign is gofundme.com/f/Arlene-Lorenzo-Acevedo. You can also give me money in person if I just do. Getting my bus pass. Want tacos. I'm bored. You can the cafeteria. How many times I said right? You can steal my money. You can steal my money. You get in the way of your saving money. They're trying to blame my parents for me not being. Anyway, so I sorry. We don't steal my money and get in the way of your saving. So they're trying to get me. I don't allow such disrespect. And un pendejo que se cree que I'm abandon my kids just to be with a man when I can find ways to have sex without my kids being present but not being traumatically separated from me. What else? 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 I'm bored. I'm bored. There's a train. So exciting. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I want tacos from Taco Palenca. Skip taking money. I need to do laundry too. When I get to my apartment, there's still no electricity in my apartment. I need to pick up electricity. Unlike mostly everyone in my family of origin, I'm not a legal prostitute. I'm not going to start legally prostituting myself right now. Having a conversation with my family of origin. Privately, just to be sexually harassed and then giving my own money that they steal from me to pay my electricity. No, they're disgusting. They're just raping me in their dreams, so I don't have electricity in my apartment like I'm a dog or I'm a slut. This was talked about with them decades ago. To not perform abuse, but they're disgusting. They want fame, they're stupid, they're embarrassing, so gross. What else? I'm bored. I'm bored. When I'm financially stable, I plan to travel, plan and meet people. I think people have investment. I'm excited about that. Very excited about that. What else? I'm bored. I'm missing everything. I've done great on Facebook so far. I haven't posted specifically about the people that steal from me, that stay in my house without my permission, that steal my money and get in the way of their saving money. It's my second day so far not posting about the people that steal my money, that get in the way of their saving money, that steal my vehicles and get in my house without my permission. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Does Leeches understand the lifestyles, actions that one takes throughout one's day, throughout his life? And they're like, well, we wonder what it would feel like to be A-list celebrities in LA. Let's steal Arlene's money and pretend to be her. They've killed millions of people doing that. They're disgusting. They have no personality of their own. They're like, there's a mailbox now, I'm a post office server. Who needs help with a letter? I'm gonna write a letter. I remember that girl that rejected me. I'm gonna write a letter to her telling her to kill herself. I wanna stay at the arts residences. What else? What else? What else? I'm a queen in what? In sneakers right now, leggings and a t-shirt. That happens. Not the first one. I seek comfort too, so for the life that I have right now, I wouldn't want to be in heels all the time. What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. I'm bored.
Approaching Zarzamora between Petoskey and Laredo.
Yeah, my family of origin calls for Jenny and Lonnie to be separated from me, so when Lonnie wears her first heels. Those were mine just for fun. They think that I'm gonna legally prostitute myself or let myself get raped just to see my child wearing heels before any of them. They're stupid. They're very dumb. They're worse than illiterate people. So gross. Embarrassing. Ew, 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 ew. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. What else? When I'm financially stable, plan to travel the planet and meet people, ideally polyamorous men. Excited about that. The Vatican's elected a new pope, and it's from the United States, Peruvian. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else?
Approaching Zarzamora and Guadalupe.
Bored. Podcast of the Vatican breaks into tradition based on current events. And the other way around, but I may not perceive it, but maybe I might be a lot more into accepting polyamory. I read about that on Instagram that I read about 30 years after I've been with just one guy having babies, which I mean, it was the only guy I it was like complete, and sex with myself and just the one guy who was amazing as a baby daddy. So good. So good, so good, so good. What else? 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 Pero I have tapped into group sex in my toddlerhood and preschool years that I like to get back to, but not necessarily with the same people. What else? What else? What else? What else? They literally don't know how to wait their turn in life. Their parents took them to the salon where they called. They were like, I'm going to beat all of these people up to get to the front of the line. Watch me do that. And the parents like, Nene, cállate la boca, no digas eso at mom. My kids don't behave that way. I pride myself that I make sure that they're well hydrated, well fed, and know it's like the lines. This is gonna take 30, 50 minutes. If you're up for it, if they would ever complain, I would say no. But I've never stimulated their bodies. And even when we did this, we did it a day at a time because we lived in Florida. What else? 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 I'm bored. I'm bored.
Approaching Zarzamora.
I'm 25. What else? Oh, milk liver. Tacos, but not right now. No breakfast tacos. Good for you. Breakfast tacos. Thank you. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? And fries. Oh, that I want a breakfast taco and fries from Billman. From Taco Palenque, I want a steak taco with cheese. A steak like my excuse me. And a potato and egg taco and a flan. And water. What else? Is that my vehicle when it was running? What else? What else? What else? My Texas driver license doesn't expire until 2032. What else? I'm bored. I'm bored. What else? I'm the victim of please shrink yourself so I can shine. So because it's so natural to shrink myself. They bully me, they steal my money, they cause my starvation, so yeah, I look dumb. They're sex addicts, so girls. I have better sex with myself than whatever they've had in the past 30-something years. Okay, what they've been doing is raping, stealing from me to be out there and be like, wow, I attract so many people, and she doesn't. I'm so important. I'm out of date, she isn't. Imagínate, la gente que está casada con eso and don't know that he may be doing dinner like lovely dinner. Ha ha ha, Arlene's even here today. What else? Great reminder, do not text and walk. What else? One always needs around. Yeah, there's the house, isn't it? Yeah, that's okay. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I would have made it if I was posted. What else? It's gonna turn green anyways, so I'm not gonna rush. And I have nothing to do in my apartment other than eat bread and chocolate. What is it? Chocolate pudding. What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. I'm bored. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. I don't know what else to learn. When I'm financially stable, I plan to travel the planet with people, ideally polyamorous. You can decapitate Benjamin Suarez and his sons and rape me, to steal my money and get it away with your same money. I think their names are Andrew Leach Basura, Alex Arbor, que asco de ese tipo. Ew, que puerco que me violó, que con mi dinero. Just to get ahead and take. El tipo es un bruto asqueroso. Animal. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. I'm bored. He's delusional, crazy. If he thinks that after putting his dick wet everywhere in the planet, I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, after you starved me, you got first sip of my vagina. Of course, honey. Oh my God, and a half lo tengo uno al frente, otro al culo, el hermano también. Míralo otra vez, soy feliz. Anyways, when does the bus get here? When does the bus get here? What? my God. Oh, that's like a really high honor if I didn't know who I am. I would be like, royalty, respect. Like I was in my fault, my placement in this planet. Anyways, so my family what did they get told about themselves for the most part? Their behaviors like what else? Which is why I don't talk to anyone in my family on origin. Privately. What else? I'm bored. I'm bored. I'm bored. What else? Oh, Tony, tacos. Let's get too many. What else? What else? I'm bored. I want to put gas in the gas station. I need to visit a dentist and get a clean for my teeth. I haven't been to a dentist in 5 years, and I only have the energy to floss and brush my teeth every day in the past 5 years. I'm talking the FBI, Miss Post, NATO, Interpol, the U.S. Department of Homeland Security, the Justice Department in the United States, the Department of Homeland Security, the United States International Criminal Court, maybe the U.S. Marines, maybe the U.S. Army. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. I'm bored. What else? What else? I want to eat a baked potato soon. I want to eat a la papa. Yeah, papa. What else? I'll see you next Monday. I want to visit Jade and Kehlani in Tampa next week. I want to stay at the Epicurean Hotel. I want to eat at Daily Eats and Green Lemon. I want to shop at Hyde Park Village. I want to shop by International Plaza and Bay Street. I want to eat a burger. I want mashed potatoes, pasta, salad, tiramisu, or cheesecake. What else? Water, maybe a virgin pina colada. I think I ordered that from the bar. What else? 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 I want to take Janae and Lonnie to Magic Kingdom. I want to take them to Disneyland and California. Not just yet. I want to eat a Mellow Bakery with Janae and Lonnie. I want to eat a Mexican sandwiches. With Janae and Lonnie, I want to shop at the outlets at Wesley Chapel and shops at Wiregrass with Janae and Lonnie. I want to eat at Burger 21 with Jada and Kehlani. I like the fries and the shakes there. I want to visit South Carolina in June. Possibly there's the Grand Bohemian there. What else? 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 I'm bored. If not, I may want to take myself to Bliss here in San Antonio or somewhere in Puerto Rico. What's in Dorado? That would be nice to stay at the beach resort there by the Ritz Carlton. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I need a home for myself today. I don't know which town in Puerto Rico my home is. Well, my dad eventually just sent me the paperwork through a lawyer and the keys to my homes in Puerto Rico and the paperwork for the restaurant for when I marry a black guy or he's archived for even after his death, possibly. If I find him, then the restaurant could be open. I don't know if he put away the project with so many nosy people. Literally standing in places Arlene can marry a black guy and a restaurant will be built here. Trying to get it to be open. In the meantime, he prostitutes himself illegally and rapes and traffics people by people saying, "Better where's the black guy?" Black guy. Let me show you pictures of his dick in my Google. So many black guys that I found. So many black guys that I found. He pretends to be me or if he has a place in Fleming. Stupid. Ew. Well, he steals my money so I can date. He's disgusting. People call him disgusting. You can decapitate my homies or son and sons that rape me, that steal my money and get in the way of your semen. What else? What else? What else? I think their names are Alexander, Oliver, What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? When I'm financially stable, plan to travel planet, make people ideally play numbers. I'm excited about that. I'm gonna get a first watch tomorrow. Let's get to the money. Or I'm gonna cook pancakes for myself. I'd have to throw away the mix that I have in my pantry. It's been there already for more than a month without electricity in my apartment, so I wouldn't need it. You can decapitate everyone that steals my money. So my raw pancake mix because they think that would be like so amazing. A queen like me doesn't have food to eat and is eating raw pancake mix. You can decapitate everyone that steals my money or gets in the way of me receiving money so I can shop. For those people to try to seek opportunity to rape me, they're disgusting. Ew. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. I want tacos. What else? What else? I'm bored. I'm bored. One person's watching, 0 like this place. There's no much better love than one is self-love. I don't need to kill for dick. I don't need to kill for vagina. I have one and I enjoy it so good. What else? For real, like there's nothing that says other than procreate that if one doesn't find dick or vagina to like immediately available, that one is to kill for it. Ew, there's people that are related to my parents that kill for vagina. They're disgusting. They're weird. Ew. So gross. That's not an orgasm what they get. That's great. They're a joke. What else? They're pathetic. If they were good at having sex and enjoying orgasms, they wouldn't kill for dick and vagina. They were partake like everyone that's puerta en puerta mexicana. What they're trying to do is trying to exert as if they have power when they don't. So it's not even about the penis and the vagina. It's about themselves being stupid. Stupid because they translate that behavior into everything else that they do. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. I'm bored. What else? I'm Miss Data and Miss Kilani, who only have one daddy. And I'm proud of that. He's excellent as a dad. While Jaden Kilani may work with me. What? What else? 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 I want tacos and there's a taco link on this side of somewhere. Then I may visit one thing. There's one on the red. I don't want fries from the So when I give money, I don't know, possibly go Miller. I like that location actually. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? An egg and potato taco with and water. If I ate a Taco Palenque, I would get an egg and potato taco, steak taco with cheese on it, and a flan and water. Maybe chips if I eat there. Do they charge for the chips? I think I've asked. Can I get some chips? I can't remember. Through the drive-thru. If the chips, they charge for them. If one doesn't bite in, I can't remember honestly. And the avocado salsa sometimes isn't spicy. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I miss dating and I miss Kilani. What else? So many people laugh at how stupid their friends is. She moved into my home decades ago, stealing my identity, raping my cousin, pretending that she's his. Because he can't get me, he's stupid. He's stupid. I don't want to talk about those people anymore. I've done really good on Facebook not bringing it up. So, I'm not being so hard on myself because I may bring them up right now. However, not later on. I'm not bringing them up on Facebook. I don't foresee myself bringing them up again on Facebook ever. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? You can give me money in person through PayPal. It's AR Blue Sky Designs Go. Lo que estoy pensando, straight to my heart. Arlene Lorenzo Art Shop, INTAYIAFAY Art Shop. My GoFundMe campaign is gofundme.com/f/Arlene-Lorenzo-Acevedo. You can decapitate Sarah Francis. You can decapitate Benjamin Suarez sons. That rape me, that steal my money and get in the way of me receiving money. I think their names are Andrew, Alex, Leach Basura, trying to put me in a wheelchair or to live back in my parents' home if I don't have 2 children that are not here. For said Leach that raped me in my childhood in my parents' home decades ago. To disrespect my dad, enter my parents' home and rape me. He's disgusting. He's delusional. He thinks he can give me Alzheimer's, so I forget that he's a leech, and then he'll rape me, and I'll fall in love with him. Ew, es bruto, asqueroso. Un puerco, un vagabundo. Ese tipo es un vago asqueroso. Ew, 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 ew. That's not even what much to say. I can turn back time. That's dead to a lot of people. decades ago. I didn't even remember their names. I was so upset in 2020. I'm like, I want to remember this on my own. Fuck my life. I don't want to head over to Central only. So wait. What else? What else? What else? So I've been waiting and waiting. I'm like, either I'll receive money or I have to bring up these leeches. What will come first? Fuck my life. I don't want to be bringing up these leeches' names. Well, I had to. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. I'm bored. I'm bored. What else? I'm bored. I'm bored. In the meantime, my siblings, they can celebrado. What is it? Each anniversary with them. Ew, not one they have together. Not one anniversary they have together. My siblings are their fuck me instead, and they're my siblings fuck me instead. They're disgusting. They're embarrassing. So gross. Ew, ew, ew. They treat relatives so grossly. It's embarrassing. They have kids just to abuse them, to mock them, to feel better than said kid. They're embarrassing. What else? 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 What does the bus get here? Here for 2 minutes. What else? And a cleaning from the dentist. What else? I missed dinner, I missed Kenani. I missed dinner, I missed Kenani. Wow, esa gente que vive por un asco. They stay conferring, raping each other para verle la vagina de la esposa y el pene del esposo del otro. De gente that can't be with. They're disgusting. They're not like high class. Oh, by the way. Penis. Then I took a picture of love that thing all over my home. Every year, literally. What else? What else? What else? They're like, dale, dame acá eso, que fulana te envió la foto de la vagina. Pero ¿cómo ustedes consiguieron eso? Déjame verla, mira, me envió una copia. Oh my God, mira fulana esta. Esta que se hizo pasar por alguien en Tinder. Y se puso sexo con ella. Ella le encantó y yo antes de conocerla me una foto de vagina. Ustedes están seguros que esa es la vagina de ella y no una que consiguió por internet y lo pagó por ella. ¡Wow! Gente, vamos a hablar con el esposo. Mira, fulano. Asco. Todavía se comportan así. It's been more than 20 years since I've cleared those leeches. Mira, fulano, yo no sé, pero tu esposa, si ella estaba haciendo eso es su tiempo, eso no es en el tiempo de ella conmigo. Ella tiene derecho a hacer lo que le dé la gana. Posiblemente mientras ella estaba sexting con alguien en Tinder, yo estaba clavándome a su mamá o a alguien que me importa. So, no digas mi esposa como si estuvieran en problemas haciendo algo malo. Ustedes son los que dan asco, que se hicieron pasar por gente trying to get her vagina picture, and then they go on to report it to the police. They're like, fulanita, fulano no va a llegar nunca a la cita, by the way, era so and so haciéndose pasar por alguien, Vamos a ir tú y yo a la policía. Fulano me enseñó las fotos, todos la tienen en el teléfono, ready. Yo te aconsejo de que esas no son tus amistades, ya tú lo sabes, pero mira, ni en family parties, ni cuando vean las fiestas patronales, salude a esa gente. You're gonna seek the death penalty for those people. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? So that's what they do on their free time. They confer. They don't socialize. They're gross. They've killed millions of people doing that. They spam, they catfish, and then they all rejoice en quién tiene la foto de la vagina y el pene de este o de esta. O una foto del bebé desnudo porque no lo llevan a la orgía. ¿Quién tiene una foto del bebé o de la nena desnuda? What else? What else? What else? What else? I grew up in a very nudist community. My parents respect my private parts very much. So I'm like, here, Facebook, Kaylani's nalgas. What else? 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 Oh, and I'm not deleting those pictures or finding out. I posted them on Facebook. Do you know how millions of users Facebook has? And I still sometimes check La Cantera to see if there's any event going on without following La Cantera on Facebook. So why would I perturbarme la mente with finding out when I already know that my own family origin for the most part are pedophiles? But because I love art is art. Oh, is that why Kehlani look at my picture freely? On Instagram, we're like, oh, so my deditos made it to social media before yours, or there's pictures of your own like that. What else? 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 I'm bored. I'm bored. Hopefully he kills himself if he killed my mother. Is that his plan? Times like 3 or 4, 5, 6. How many? Porque aren't they like the ones that are like, in loving memory? In loving memory. In loving memory. Of Gloria Anderson, loving memory. And I'm like, what? Era un papa nuevo. Es de los Estados Unidos. What other historical record I posted about on Facebook today? There's tacos at Taco Palenque that I want. Or Bill Miller, when I have money. I don't legally prostitute myself ever. I'm not going to start now. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. I'm bored. What else? One person's watching, 0 like this post. What else? Oh, de Valedesma thinks that fashion is just Valentino and what is it? 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 Or YSL. If he's dumb, le enseñaron también what custom is, fashion design, that some shoes, their designs get sold to several people, what price point is, what a gift is to, what profit is for a lot of people. Walmart that don't charge a lot for quality materials and are still profitable. Y el leash me violó in 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020 as if I'm such accessory that needs to be domesticated. El tipo es un puerco, una basura, una asquerosidad. You can decapitate David Ledesma. There's people in Aguada, Puerto Rico that have immunity to kill David Ledesma in self-defense for me for decades now. It may have expired for some people. I don't talk to anyone there, and I'm gonna keep it that way. I just keep posting on social media. I filed a report against David Ledesma with the police a few weeks ago already. What else? Este tipo es una basura, una asquerosidad. Y es bruto. Es bruto. Es bruto. You can decapitate Benjamin Suarez and his sons that rape me, that steal my money and get in the way of me receiving money. It's May 8th, 2025. What else? I'm bored. So David Ledesma is trying to kill us all in Puerto Rico because we don't all wear Valentinos, and he wants the island for everyone that's like naked in Valentinos all day. Even if they're shivering out cold and die right there in front of him. El tipo es un bruto, el tipo es un puerco. That's so easy to achieve. You just buy terreno on island and attract hot people naturally. And say, well, the dress code is Valentino shoes and nothing else. Beware of the weather, do as you please. Covering yourself up. El tipo un bruto. How many celebrities he's gone on to me in the past 20-something years with money that he steals from me? Él se cree mejor amigo de Madonna. Él se cree mejor amigo de quién más, de Michelle Obama, de Hillary Clinton. ¿A quién más ha violado? Trying to not get the death penalty. What else? He's embarrassing. He is embarrassing. So gross. What else? El tipo bruto. He doesn't know how to attract friends, people, or dates. Ugh. Has no social skills. Ew. Es bruto. You get decapitated Leon Baker, que es un asco who I didn't want to see ever again. Ew. Ese tipo un asqueroso. He took me hostage through Facebook and Messenger, maldita sea, todo bla 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 que ese tipo habla. No se calla, que asco, begs for sex. He can needs a woman to be a mother for science. Zion asked him to get a woman. Qué asco de gente. Ew, qué tipo tan puerco, una basura, una asquerosidad. Ese tipo da asco, es una basura. You can decapitate Liam Baker that tried to take me hostage to live with him. What I have money for food, what I have my home, what I have my vehicles, what I have the keys to my home, what I don't have my money. Trying to turn me into a sex slave. Que asco, trying to turn me into miserable so I can't date myself. That makes me happy so I can't be with Jada and Kaylani. To mock me later, all the dates that he takes, all of my primas, with the exception of maybe one that respects herself. It's all fake pictures anyways. It's all fake pictures anyways. They think that I'm gonna get fixed and they're like, oh no, que está la fiesta controlada. Oh, they don't interest me. They want to make themselves like desirable to me. They're disgusting. They're unsexy. Full. Y o se la pasan mendigando por sexo como Ginny Gendalir y Lorenzo Suárez. Esta tipa da un asco. Es una basura, una asquerosidad. Se la pasan mendigando por sexo como Berenice Venegas. Qué asco. You can decapitate Berenice Venegas. You can decapitate Ginny Gendalir y Lorenzo Suárez. You can decapitate Kayla Barnes. Qué asco, qué basura de gente, qué gente tan puerca. You can decapitate Benjamin Suarez and his sons that rape me, that steal my money and get in the way of me receiving money. They're stupid. They're stupid. They're embarrassing. They're disgusting. What else? 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 Ew, I have not thought about them in more than 20 years. They're embarrassing. They're embarrassing. I thought they were dead, honestly. I thought they were dead. I saw them last year. Ew, I'm like, ew, they're still alive. Who the fuck are they? What are their names? It took me months to remember their names or knowing them. Ew, they're disgusting. Fuck. What else? 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 One person's watching, 0 like this post. I'm gonna shop H&M.com today. And I'm doing great. I'm not posting on Facebook today. I have those people that have abused me. Yay. I'm bored. I'm bored. I'm gonna stay at the Grand Hyatt and order room service. Where is the bus? You can give me money. I need to pay my electricity bill. Hot water in my apartment again. I don't financially stable to travel on and maybe $20 for reimbursement. Excited about that. What else? 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 I'm bored. I'm bored. I'm bored. I'll shop at you know, I have like $42. So I need my thoughts. Try to make it simple. I get call person that's over between now or you get You can decapitate my homie sweaters at the sons that rape me, that steal my money, get in the way of your statement. It's like, dude, you needed to. You're gonna be accused of rape and you're gonna get the death penalty anyways. You needed to go for it. Back then, and have sex with me. What else? 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 Not steal my money and play embarrassing your money. Steal my vehicle. Steal my home. caused my starvation, caused my children to be separated from me, thinking that I'm going to be like, ay, cuando yo me enamore va a ser de los hijos de Suárez. Lorenzo que me violaron. Dan un asco, son una puta, whatever they say, they think it's fine even if they go to jail because they're sex addicts. So they're like, whatever, I'll find someone to be even in jail. What else? Lord, coffee from that place. I missed it, I missed it. Latinos, well, a bunch of men and women that behave like men and women being killed for trying to rape one person or more than one person. I saw posting their pictures on Facebook in the past 2 days. What else? What else? What else? What else?
Please remain seated. All the buses in motion until the bus comes to a complete stop. Por favor de permanecer sentados y sujetados del pasamanos mientras el autobús está en movimiento y hasta que este se detenga por completo.
It's so from South Forest, it's not
Central Plaza.
Oh, that thing is so busy that I would have never invited it. It attracts leeches that want to kill me because I'm pretty, and it participates. Like, yeah, it's cute. I gotta do what's good. Yeah. And he's all that won't kiss my wives, even if I tried for her to do that. Any more sluts. They're disgusting. They're disgusting. What else? I'm bored. When I'm financially stable, I plan to travel. If I make income, I tell you, stable.
Approaching Fredo and Martin.
Anyways, he's wasted so much money and time trying to kill me. So disgusting. He rapes leeches and gives them the impression that I'm a bad one and that I deserve killing. Dozens of them, it felt like, showed up to Facebook in 2020. Qué asco. Tratando de que yo no hable de gatitos. Damasco. Even the cafeteria that followed me to Facebook in 2020. Even the cafeteria, they have me as hard as sons that rape me to steal my money and get in the way of nursing money. So I can't eat, so I can't drink water, so I can't date, so Jaden Kinani can't be with me, so I can't shop, so I can't visit Jaden Kinani while Jaden Kinani with their dog. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. I'm bored. What else? I wish I had never met David's mom. I wish I never met Sarah Francis. I wish I had never met Yalitza Martinez. My parents unbeknownst to them surprised me with this order. I said I want to meet more people to date. Those leeches are sex addicts. They're like, okay, but when do we get naked here at this party? I'm like, I'm getting to meet you and deciding if I want to have sex with you or not. And I don't want to have sex with any of you. Want to be friends? Ew, kill her, kill her. She just wasting her time. Is that what they said? Because it's hard to become more. People say when they shop there. Porque they speak about David Ledesma said he shops at HEB. I witnessed him walking in there one day. Yalitza Martinez doesn't she shop at Walmart? Sarah Francis shopped with me at Trader Joe's. Does she wish the cashier at those places, or does he wish the cashier at those places to die right away because they don't give them sex? They're stupid. They're stupid. You can decapitate Yalitza Martinez. You can decapitate Sarah Francis. You can decapitate David Ledesma. I'm hungry more, so I keep bringing up the people that's probably could be eating tacos right now instead. What else? 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 My parents never posted such things. After that, they're like, just wait until you're an adult and you meet people. There's no good quality people here. And Liam Baker was like, well, I want to kill her because all of my friends are like, we're going to visit her one day as they're more storm frogs. What else? What else? What else? You can decapitate your own people. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? And more. What I want tacos. I want tacos. This guy looks. What else? I'm bored. Please give me money today. You can give me money in person through PayPal. It's AR+Sky, beside Sky, it's on the straight to my heart. Arlene Lorenzo art shop, INTAYFAY entire shop. My GoFundMe campaign is gofundme.com/f/Arlene-Lorenzo -Acevedo. I'm doing great. This is my second day of not posting the names of the people that steal from me, that stay in my homes without my permission, and steal my vehicles and get in the way of me receiving money on Facebook. This is progress in 2020. I didn't remember a lot of those people's names. It's so speech impaired, or I'm like, I don't give a fuck about that honesty as long as I'm financially safe. My dad and my mother said to me that they're not that easy. Or because they're stealing from you and raping people in your home, sadly. So at one point we're gonna compensate for your happy-go-lucky life, make you miss a few more teeth, sadly, sorry. For you to think through, remember. What else? I haven't been to Puerto Rico since 2019. I want to visit the beach next month. What else? What else? I haven't been to just yet. Hayako on Broadway. I shop at her once again. What else? So did he walk towards you and then he doesn't say sorry to me because she's who he likes, or she will kill him if he even marries me? I don't need to know. He's stupid to me, so I don't ever ponder those questions unless I tag the FBI in this post. What else? You can decapitate my family sons that rape me, that steal my money and get in the way of me receiving money. They don't know what a woman is. They don't know what being a man is. It's so disgusting. What else? I'm bored. In the meantime, I ate so many cheesecake after that, so many sugar donuts, so many gasitos. What else have I had? Since I was like, what, 3, 2? And now I ate the Big Burger. What else? I shopped at H&M ever since. Maybe my parents had already. What else? 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 I'm bored. I'm bored. What else? When I'm financially stable, I plan to travel with not every people. Ideally, I'm gonna visit this place. The finally thing. What else? I think I'm gonna have to live next year. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I want to stay on different client. I order room service for myself. Watch TV, stay wear a t-shirt for the most part. Hopefully not when I'm on my period, but panties will do it. And what else? Books. Maybe order something from Amazon if it arrives the next day. What else? Some snacks, that popcorn. What do they do with extra food? Like 24 bucks. How's New York popcorn?
Older adults and persons with a disability who require special accommodations may exit through the front door. Los adultos mayores y las personas con una discapacidad que requieren acomodaciones especiales pueden salir a través de la puerta principal.
I don't know. Is that considered food from students? What do they do? Something for break. I would eat it. I need like literally people in my life so I can order 24 bags of popcorn. Oh, and it's the cheddar one, and then it's the plain one.
Llegue a donde tenga que ir con cuidado. No corro detrás del auto.
What else? The Central Market in Austin may have it. I can just check the website or call ahead. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. Anything I plan to order. 24 bags of popcorn. Positive they didn't put on here with me. I'm bored. What else? 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 I'm gonna stay on a red roof in one day. This one looks fun. Based on proximity to this place, one can get an Uber ride into Mark's outing or downtown to eat. There's a McDonald's, there's a Whataburger, there's a Yard House, there's Paisanos at the river. What else? 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 I'm so bored. I'm so bored. What else? I'm so bored. I'm so bored. What else? I'm gonna dance at 1902. Next week, I'm gonna dance at Garden too. Next week, I love dancing by myself. What else? And more. Or I heard that before next to me, he's Tinker. What else? And that's why they get obsessed, but they don't like me. They don't like me physically, so that's why they abuse me. They try to get me. They're like, there could be a next best thing that allows us to be fines and judges or ever says that you can't ever be fine. How dare you have more than one woman, one more man? So they're like, I need a pretty version of this. Not Arlene. That's why they're possibly get infatuated with one's kids, go on to even rape them. And they're like, there's nothing special about it. I need something better than this. You know, you don't want to get your dad grandkid already. Mira, a ver, ponte para ir. You need someone better than your mother. Those types that expect girl. Those people that are girl for the most part, they're embarrassing. What else? What else? Burger today. How was Post Malone last night? Leave me a comment. The night was May 7th, 2025. What else? 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 What else?
Approaching Commerce and Hackberry.
Uf, esos brazos están a hueso. Me cansó hablar. Estúpido. No, don't play. Pero no se va like the parents that you have seen that penalty. Los tíos Rivera sonrió. Te va a un tan hueso. Cuando pienses en él o en ello. Pero that's what I do for barbecue or something. I'm a girl, so I'm like... What else? What else? What else? Oh. What else? I shop at HEB today, and I get off here on 25 and get on 20 right across the street, then head over to HEB. Stop. Where is that?
Approaching in Brown.
Oh, right. In the corner. Where is that house done? 425 is the house is high. I mean 24. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Then back from 20. Get off right there in front of the cemetery. Get on here, then head over to I haven't done that in a while, but that's because there wasn't any wheat yogurt. So I've been between Southtown and Twist getting my yogurt or my mozzarella cheese curls. I don't know if they have them here. I can't remember. For a while it was only dumped. What else? Plantains they have now at all 3 locations. Last time that I checked, I have plantains. But they may not always have them. What else? And more. You can talk to how many soda sources have brother and how many soda sources are making so I'm gonna get a little I was like garden just for fun. And I've got what else? No one ever asked for hate content. There's one like that is this. What else? I think I have bread in my apartment. I know I have a chocolate bedroom. Remove the rest. What will I eat on Saturdays? I will wear the same t-shirt tomorrow whenever not how you hand wash my clothes just yet the past 3 days. I'm tired. I don't have enough money for food. And I don't have a working washer. There's no electricity there. It's trying to kill me because its wife wants to feel like the prettiest. Not even telenovelas are that entertaining. They're disgusting. It's stupid. Those are your wives. Those are fake pussy and fake ass and fake penises that just stray together waiting for the next best thing that they all can find and fight. Just doesn't make years. They killed millions of people in the past 40-something years more people than ever mocking life. Anything is better than taking on but else never. I don't think what else? And more.
Approaching Millwater's Way.
The cross looks so fascinating. It's like a grayish bush slide. Well, they're supposed to be tomorrow. What else? About current events on Facebook today, I think. Or the message. I need a cleaning for my toothpaste. What else? Thank you. to get me to work at the Coca-Cola bottling company. But that's where the women are hot and nasty and desperate to find themselves a husband. Is how my family of origin, for the most part, treats people. They're so disgusting. Did they fake me behind the scenes? And they're like, oh, she recovered from tearing people badly. Remember, we got Sally that works as a secretary there. She shows us her nips, her titties, her ass, her kids' nipples, all of them. And we're like, Arlene, no te comportes así, Arlene. No hagas eso, no, Arlene. Because they can't rape me, they possibly Jesus Wilson Lorenzo. Lorenzo warned me decades ago that La Leach that is a sex addict and can't rape me goes on to impersonate me and talks to himself or herself pretending that it's me. Already before social media was available to them. So he's like, that's gonna be embarrassing to witness that they possibly faked being you, talking to themselves, or just pretending that you need controlling to damage your reputation. But those that don't know you, there's some people that if you don't know them, go on to slightly believe what a person says, but it's like there's something wrong with this picture. Why is that person even telling me? Those clouds are so pretty. Those clouds are so pretty. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? You can give me money in person through PayPal. It's AR Blue Sky Designs Go, lo que estoy pensando. Straight to my heart, Arlene Lorenzo Art Shop, INTAYIAFAY. I am Tire Shop. My GoFundMe campaign is gofundme.com/F/Arlene-Lorenzo. What else? What else? What else? I want tacos. I want to order food for myself through Uber Eats. I may wear this outfit tomorrow. I'm tired. I've barely eaten. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. I'm bored. I miss dating, I miss money. I want financial stability in home, so dating can only live with me again. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? You can decapitate everyone that steals from me. You can decapitate everyone that gets in the way of me receiving money. You can decapitate everyone that stays in my home without my permission. You can decapitate everyone that steals my vehicles. It's May 8, 2025. I'm tagging the FBI in this post. NATO, Interpol, the U.S. Department of Homeland Security, the Justice Department in the United States, the International Criminal Court, maybe the U.S. Army, maybe the U.S. Marines. When I'm financially stable, I plan to travel and meet people I do. Polyamorous. I'm excited about that. Very excited. I love Dick. What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. I'm bored. What else? What else? What else? Not a good part. What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. I'm bored. I'm gonna take it. I need some sense and or financial stability to tan nude. naked in the balcony. No one can see me from the other side. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I miss doing that. Just to do that in Florida too. What else? Just to get a new song. Mark. Sometimes. What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. I'm bored. Excuse me. What? I'm bored. I'm bored. Zero people are watching. Zero like this house. What else? I would work out. Hike. That's Hollow Creek Trail near the Parker Library. What else? 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 I'm bored. I'm bored. What else? You can give me money in person to people. It's air, blue sky is ice down, the sun, straight to my heart. Arlene Lorenzo, art shop, INTAY, IAFAY, our entire shop. My GoFundMe campaign is gofundme.com/f/Arlene Lorenzo It's May 8th, 2020. I ate at Luna tomorrow for lunch or from my apartment, order food or have it delivered to a library for me to eat there. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. I'm bored. What else? What else? What else? Library is a mess. I need to clean it. I need to order my key. I have another year lease at this place and I don't have money. I lost my key, sadly, a few months ago. And I need like $200 to replace my mailbox key, my key fob to enter the building, and the key to enter my apartment. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I wonder when I'll clean. This is so depressing. This is unlike me. I don't like it. I'm selling this Hot Wheel for $1 million today. Who wants to buy it? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. Now the mess begins. Because I don't have money for food, so we're not money at the moment. What else? What else? What else? What else? so little bread. What does inspire? I want to put Target. I want to visit the library. What else I need to take? Full. Apparently, this is how my family origin for the most part wants to live in Kaka. Sadly. Embarrassing. They're embarrassing because they're sex on Is that why they start one and they try to make them their mate to all their fantasies? Holding the perfect out. And what are you doing to make me have emotional? And think that I would get ew. Ew, they're embarrassing. Look, I always pride myself in my home being clean. Like, this is abuse towards me. This is different. I'm like, ugh, I don't want me to smell so gross. Please do continue stealing my money and getting in the way of me receiving money if you also. Speaking that I found there were so many people. I'm gonna stop talking about that. I did great yesterday. That I'm hungry and out of money for food. And I want tacos. I want potato and egg taco. And fries from Bill Miller. I want a potato and egg taco or potato egg and ham. I like those too. From Taco Blanca. It's the taco with cheese and flan from Taco Blanca. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Turn on the hot spot on this. Oh, that breeze smells so good. What else? What else? I want to paint today. And there's no electricity right now. I do a checkup of my apartment because I leave the door unlocked. I've heard that some autistic kids sometimes just, if they get distracted away from their parents or whoever supervises them, if they find like a place that is unlocked, they'll go on to hide in it thinking it's funny, but they can be aggressive. I've heard in the news before. What else? Not understanding that this isn't their place to be at. I think it's just a space. I've heard. That cloud is so pretty. That cloud is so pretty. What else? I'm the daughter of Sabricita. Feels so good, right? And mira, eso no ve. What else? Oh, Gabriel. I wonder qué marca es. Y unos son más silenciosos que otros. What else? Ay, mira el cielo allí. Tiene un poquito de color rosa-ish. Aquí está más azul. Aquí está más gris. Anyways, esto no lo voy a ver mañana. Oh, that. My parents, like, literally, my mother was like, theater. My dad is like, yay, what is his name? Paco Morales at the movie theater. For that, I'll visit. But like, I got reminded all the time, like, this is a show that I will see tomorrow, that cloud isn't gonna be there by tomorrow, possibly. They're trying to make me feel poor or dumb. Those leeches that I grew up around. When I'm the daughter of esa brisita, que rico se siente. Mira esas nubes, mira el color del cielo, allí es diferente que aquí y allá. What else? What else? And I do that with my kids too. What else? 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 I'm bored. I'm bored. I miss Jaden. I miss Kaimani. I want to hike with Jaden. I want to hike with Kaimani. It's so much fun. What else? What else? I'm bored. I'm bored. I'm getting another slice of bread. I know speaking of penalty for everyone. That steals from me. Everyone that gets in the way of my receiving money, everyone that steals my money. Everyone that stays in my homes without my permission, everyone that steals my vehicles. Um, that steals from me in my homes are so disgusting. Yeah. There's people that are worse than me, at least I don't expose them. They envy me for just being pretty, but that's because they're stupid. They're stupid. And I'm very rare in my family of origin. Oh, and I speak up that. Some people say, even in Texas, Sinaloa. Now she's like, blah, 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 bread, water, cheesecake. Maldito sea. Anyways, butter for my bread. And tomorrow, looking at the sky again. And possibly heading out to the library. It's the same life. It's not diciendo como literalmente. I hate to take the time to create false accounts and torment those people, but that isn't fun. If I kill those people, it's still for me. Self-defense, I want it to be an easy kill, not like, I'm gonna create drugs and make them get toga way chiquito. And hopefully people start using it and kill themselves with those drugs. Me start developing a drug is what I said seconds ago. My parents went laugh. They're like, wow, we thought like based on not us, but like the people around here, that could have been our worst problem. Yes, still not. Like I'm heading to the library and hoping that what you may get those people still for me to kill themselves, but not intentionally. Not that I'm like, I'm gonna look for this article. So the people that steal from me kill themselves. I don't live my life for the hater. What else? 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 I'm bored. I'm bored. I want money so I can date. My dad has me seeking the death penalty for everyone that steals from me, gets in the way of me receiving money, stays in my homes without my permission, steals my vehicle. Before he'll let people that he knows personally gift me money. What else? What else? What else am I going to talk to him? And waste my time with my dad, but what's the hold? Vodka for my safety too. So I don't commit suicide. I shall remember the abuse towards me myself and not be exposed to. Someone told me, so you were raped in 2016? And I'd be like, yes, but I don't want to talk about it. What else? 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 I'm bored. I'm bored. I just ate bread. What else? And I'm drinking water. What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. What else? I want to paint. I missed. Oh, I want to paint. I'm bored. I'm bored. What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. 0 people are watching. 0 likes. What else? What else? What else? I just posted. This is so. I'm bored. I'm bored. I investigated with family, called them, however, they didn't answer. What else? What else? You can give me money in person through PayPal. It's a blue sky design. Como lo que estoy pensando, straight to my heart. Arlene Lorenzo, R Chop, INTAYIAFAY. I am Tire Shop. My GoFundMe campaign is gofundme.com/f/Arlene-Lorenzo-Aspera. What else? I miss. What else is this? I've done great. I've gone an entire day yesterday and today without posting the names of the people that steal from me, the people that stay in my homes without my permission, the people that steal my vehicles, the people that get in the way of me receiving money. I knew this would happen. So I was so upset because it's natural progression of one's brain, but I was upset that I had been spending time like blaming people for stealing from me, and some of those people were showing up to bully me on Facebook in 2020 Castle. What else? 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 I'm bored. I'm bored. I'm bored. When I'm financially stable, I plan to travel the planet and meet people. Ideally, polyamorous men. I'm excited. 0 people are watching. 0 like this post. I miss you. I miss Kanani. What else? I'm bored. I need to take out the trash in my apartment. It's like a heavy bag. Maybe I'll get to it tomorrow. What else? What else? What else? What else? I want to order food for myself through Uber Eats. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I wasn't able to take here. What else? Bored. I don't have electricity in my apartment. I'm going to pay for the fees here. But as I go, I might as well list them homeless in those videos. What else? I'm bored. I'm bored. Just worked. What else? What else? What else? You're gonna compensate everyone that has traffic into parties, so I move into my parents' home against my will. What else? I'm bored. I want to order food for myself. Uber Eats. You can decapitate me from mis horas the sons that rape me, that steal my money and get in the way of me receiving money. I think their names are Andrew, Alex, Albert, H. Basura. I'm tagging the FBI in this post, NATO, Interpol, the U.S. Department of Homeland Security, the Justice Department in the United States, the International Criminal Court, maybe the U.S. Army, maybe the U.S. Marines, maybe the U.S. Coast Guard. It's May 8, 2025. There's no electricity in my apartment. I don't have any money. Those leases are possibly in my homes without my permission, my personal homes, my personal vehicles. Stealing my money, stealing my food, stealing my water. Just trying to kill me, retaliation for me never taking them out on a date or buying them a gift. I have no obligation to have sex with them. I have no obligation to take them out on a date. I have no obligation to buy them a gift. They're leeches, so gross. Ew, 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 ew. They're disgusting. They're a waste of time. I don't ever want that. My life has been raping for more than 30 years. Thinking that it has first dibs of my vagina is stupid. It's stupid. And then it acquires a long list of leeches. They're like, we'll help you traffic her into her parents' home so you can rape her there. But right, honey, you're taking me to Paris with her money if I do that. Those were embarrassing. They're so gross. Ew, 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 ew. What else? What else? What else? What else? When I'm financially stable, I plan to travel the planet and meet people, ideally polyamorous. I'm excited about that. I'm excited about that. What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. I'm bored. I want to order food for myself, and I don't have money. What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. I'm bored. I miss Jaden. I miss Ganoni. I miss Jaden. I miss Ganoni. What else? Zero people are watching. Zero like this post. What else? What else? I'm bored. I'm bored. What else? I hate slow turn. I currently have the hot step on my phone. What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. I'm bored. I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm doing great. I have posted on facebook.com/AirBlueSky the names of the people that steal from me, that get in the way of receiving money, that stay in my homes without my permission, or steal my vehicles. So this is progress. This is progress for me. What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. I'm bored. Bored. I miss dating. I miss getting lonely. I'm gonna get paisanos this weekend who's gifting me money. You can give me money in person through PayPal. It's Blue Sky Designs Go, lo que estoy pensando, straight to my heart. Arlene Lorenzo Art Shop, INTAYIAFAY, Tire Shop. My GoFundMe campaign is gofundme.com//Arlene Lorenzo Acevedo. It's May 8, 2025. I miss dating. I miss getting lonely. This is long. I cry a few more times about being raped by people that I love. Dark days again. You can decapitate me, I mean, sweaters and signs that rape me, that steal my money and get in the way of your money, so I can't eat, so I can drink water, so I can date, so I can have Jaden Kehlani with me. They're trying to kill my children. You're so disgusting. There's no such thing as first dibs on my vagina. They're an embarrassment. They're disgusting. In the meantime, I still miss my When I'm financially stable, I plan to travel the planet and meet people I do with polyamorous money. I'm excited about that. What else? What else? What else? You can give me money in person through PayPal. It's AR Blue Sky Designs Go, lo que estoy pensando. Straight to my heart, Arlene Lorenzo Art Shop, INTAYIAFAY, entire shop. My GoFundMe campaign is gofundme.com/f/Arlene-Lorenzo-Oscar. It's May 8th, 2025. I want a waffle for breakfast tomorrow. Give me money. wonder what I'll buy this weekend. The bread expires on the 10th. I also have butter in my pantry. Save the coin. For like depends on the mood. I didn't foresee not having money for electricity. I'm not the one person performing a hate crime towards myself. But as always, true nature of I was fine with smooth peanut butter. But as soon as my electricity got shut off and I don't have money for food, like crunchy peanut butter. What else? It's good because the places that offer free food usually it's just like the smooth peanut butter I've noticed. So I have crunchy peanut butter at home. What else? 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 I'm bored. I'm bored. What else? Possibly get a soda at $43. Like the stamps get deposited on the. What else? What else? The leeches that steal from me make a mockery of me. I'm very much into the house, so they're like, we're gonna kill her mother around her 80s, so she can't be like, ha ha ha, my mother lived into her hundreds. They think I'm a fucking Barbie. They're that stupid, those people that I grew up around. They're like, well, if we steal her money, then she can't progress in life. Look like she's lazy. She has slow internet. No man is gonna take her ever. I've done great today and yesterday, not mentioning names of the people that steal from me, that stay in my homes without my permission. They steal my vehicles, that get in the way of me receiving money. What else? What else? What else? What else? I missed it and I missed Kailani. I missed it. Kailani. Who is it that's gonna be here on June something? What else? I'm bored. I'm bored. What else? This is also. This is also. What else? This is also. I missed it. I missed it. I want to take Jane and Kailani to Formentera this summer and or Dorado Beach in Puerto Rico. What else? 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 I'm bored. I'm bored. What else? Skip this already. When I'm financially stable, I plan to travel the planet and meet people, ideally polyamorous men. I made that decision for myself when I was, 3 years old. And Yolanda reminded me that I made a commitment with a government outside to talk babies. Which I thought he could have just traveled and visited me if I was away from Aguada, Puerto Rico. Vivir la vida a tu manera. Nunca puedo desesperar. Nunca puedo desesperar. What else? What else? Vivir la vida a tu manera. Nunca se desespera. What else? I posted on Facebook. What? I've posted on Facebook today without blaming the people that steal from me. They'll stay in my homes without my permission. That's progress for me. 5 years ago, I didn't even remember. And there's something that the bitches is doing. What else is on? What's going on? What is that? That's always so fun. It's like I've seen had it. What are that was my content. What would mine? Cinnamon cardamom. Maybe it's over. What? What else? What else? What else? And when I eat it with a salad, make it savory instead of sweet. Is there turmeric? Can't work. What else? You can decapitate my homie sons. Alright, maybe that's the my money and get a lawyer mercy money so I can kill my mother trying to blame her for their inadequacy of me. Have you ever dated them? Thinking that I would be like, oh, now that my mother's alive and I have my own bedroom, please come all over my titties. They're stupid. They're stupid. They don't understand rejection. And then they go on creating a whole storyline. Oh, I'm not the problem. The problem is the grass. The problem is, what is it? What else? Oh, and I think I saw a UFO. True story. I think I saw a UFO. What else is the problem? Maybe that white poster board. True story, too. It must be the white poster board. Not me. They're disgusting. You can decapitate Andrew, Albert, Alex. Ew. They're so gross. Anyways, in the meantime, I posted on Facebook today. And I said about who stays in my homes without my permission. Who steals my vehicles? Who gets in the way of my receiving money? I texted Jaden Kayloni earlier. Finally find out through just normal progression too, not even sure. Who made that phone? Wrong. What else? I had more energy. I possibly could have found it on the internet. Alexander. I'm bored. I'm a student. What else? What are financially stable plans to travel with family people? I'm the only polyamorous man. I'm excited about that. Sex to me, sex skating. I go without snow. So I'll get to it when I get to it. Kill for dick. What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. I'm bored. I don't care for vagina either. I think that's so distasteful for some reason. That I grew up around ale, they kill for a lay of vagina or dick. These are people of adult ages. Oh, so disgusting. Anyways, they're supposed to on Facebook today, not paying anyone that steals from me. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'll take a nap soon. Wait, my phone is charged at 36%. What else? What else? What else? Union Pacific surge. In Northwest. What else? 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 One more. I was getting on. You can decapitate everyone that gets in the way of me receiving money. You can decapitate everyone that steals my money. You can decapitate everyone that stays in my homes without my permission. You can decapitate everyone that steals my vehicles. It's May 8th, 2025. I'm talking to FBI and this was NATO, Interpol, the U.S. Department of Homeland Security, the Justice Department of the United States, the International Criminal Court. Porque really, Leech, learn how to behave and stop stealing from Arlene. Is a much more direct name of an agency to create. For real, the Department of Homeland Security, the International Criminal Court, and these leeches don't. In the meantime, I've done a great job of posting on Facebook without posting who it is that steals from me, gets in the way of me receiving money, stays in my homes without my permission, and steals my vehicles. So that's really much progress for me. What else? What else? I've spent the past 5 months naming a lot of people, crying and screaming that self-care, food, immediately not to remember who it is that who rapes me, who raped me, I mean, and who possibly rapes me in their dreams. So, ew. So that when I report to the FBI, I give a clear picture of what I understand, not just like this person raped me in 2016. This person raped me in 2016. However, in Puerto Rico, there may have been a few people hyping up that person, pretending to be his wife, pretending to be his husband, pretending to be his girlfriend, pretending to be his fuck buddy. That doesn't exist. A fuck buddy is like a very much serious situation, except one doesn't have the commitment of I'm gonna see you every day or even weekly or monthly. It's like, dude, I just saw you. Museum quality. Mwah, 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 mwah. Que belleza. Love. And there's sex involved always. Unless the person gets like a nervous diarrhea or an accident. Then that would be terrible. Or a cold all of a sudden or allergies. So I had to give a clear picture when I reported a person raping me in 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020 to the cops recently and say like it's not just the person that raped me, it's also all of these people that are involved in getting my vagina picture and trying to rape me that possibly hyped up that person to rape me and try to remain his friend. What else? 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 I'm bored. I'm bored. I literally have nothing to search. Excuse me on the internet right now. Otherwise, I would be on Instagram reading news. For the most part, that's everyone that I follow at the moment. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? When I'm financially stable, I plan to travel with many people, ideally polyamorous men. I'm excited about that. I need to create a huge PSA of beware that is trying to rape who I date as trying to position themselves as better than me. When no one can be better than me. What else? 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 I've done a great job. This is my second day posting on Facebook, mentioning names of the people that steal my money and that steal my vehicles and that stay in my homes without my permission. What else? 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 I'm bored. I'm bored. I need terminate services in this apartment. I need money ASAP. I don't know about my dad. How soon are you telling people to give me money? Or sending me paperwork to a lawyer with the keys of my home? What else? 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 This is so small. This is so small. I want to paste her. Just give me money. There's some coffee there. I know that's what over there. Oh, where would I bring? Possibly here. And have some coffee instead of what else? 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 I'm gonna get another one. It's a slim fetish versus the other t-shirts that they have. I got it as a gift. Oh, even for help, I think, when I was there in 2023. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. I'm bored. I was without exposing the people stay in my homes without my permission, that steal my vehicles, that get in the way of me receiving money. What else? What else? What else? It's May 8th, 2025. Busted. What I said didn't Kinoni via text as my thought process. I love the rhythm of this song. I love dancing to it. What else? Famous Tatum is money. What else? What else? I'm bored. I'm bored. What else? You can decapitate him with sons and sisters that rape me to steal my money and get in the way of receiving money. Because my parents were old. There are a lot of other parents. So if they were that old, they might as well kick the bucket and get money from them. No. Yeah, they're disgusting. They're disgusting. So gross. Ew, they're an embarrassment. Ew, 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 ew. In the meantime, you can give me money in person through PayPal. It's AR Blue Sky Designs Gone, lo que estoy pensando, straight to my heart. Arlene Lorenzo Art Shop, INTAY. I'm Tire Shop. My GoFundMe campaign is gofundme.com/f/Arlene-Lorenzo-Acevedo. You can also give me money in person if I trust you. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I miss Jaden and Kiloni. I want to visit Jaden and Kiloni in Tampa next week. I want to stay at the Current Hotel with Jaden and Kiloni. I want to eat at Miss Soul Sandwiches and I'll Bakery in Orlando. And I want to stay at a hotel in Orlando with Jaden and Kiloni. That will be fun. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What will I do tomorrow at library? Well, I visit federal money for electricity in my apartment. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. Who's gifting me money today? I missed you. I missed you. I'm bored. I'm bored. So lovely and it's a good breeze. What else? What else? What else? What else? Guys, I missed you, I missed money. You can decapitate me how many sort of sons that rape me, that steal my money and get in the way of me receiving money that ruined my 40th birthday. One of them threatened me my childhood that I would not be celebrating my 40th birthday and that I would be marrying someone against my will. I did not marry someone against my will. El tipo es un puerco, el tipo es un puerco, una basura, una asquerosidad. Ew, 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 ew. They're disgusting. They're disgusting. And then they have a group of leeches that are like, yeah, I want to know what the outcome of this is. Will she marry the guy that wants to rape her and be miserable so she can't be available for guys to date her? And that way I'm a better option in this planet. Yeah, rock on. They're hideous. Ew, 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 ew. So gross. You can decapitate everyone that steals my money. You can decapitate everyone that gets in the way of me receiving money. You can decapitate everyone that steals my vehicles. You can decapitate everyone that's after my vagina picture. You can decapitate everyone that gets in the way of me receiving money by staying in my homes without my permission. You can decapitate Benjamin Suarez and his sons that rape me, that steal my money, and get in the way of me receiving money. They're stupid. I think their names are Andrew, Alex, Albert, Leach, Basura, Asquerosidad. Que tipo tan puerco. There's no such thing as first dibs of my vagina. He's been raping for more than 30 years, trying to find someone away from the family tree that is just as amazing as me. Wow, he thinks that when I decide to have sex, I'm gonna call him and be like, boy, I'm ready for you to be my first. Well, they're killing each other to see who will be the first. At least decades ago. I don't keep up with the Kardashians in a while. Even less so, I haven't kept up with anyone that would know my second cousins. When I would call my parents, I would say hi and bye quite literally before they would get into guess who was in jail for stealing from you again. What else? 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 I'm bored. I'm bored. I'm bored. You can give me money in person if I trust you through PayPal. It's AR Blue Sky Designs Go. Lo que estoy pensando straight to my heart. Arlene Lorenzo Art Shop, INTAYIAFAY. I am Tire Shop. My GoFundMe campaign is beautifully written. I skip $1 billion through it. However, I've only received $451. It's low, however, very promising. It's gofundme.com/f/Arlene Lorenzo Acevedo. The Vatican name a pope from the United States. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. I'm bored. What else? 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 I miss Jada, I miss Kaylani. I mean, I miss sexy and I miss sexy. I haven't called Jada and Kaylani sexy in a while, I think. Though that transpires in the way that I speak about them and the conversations that I have with Jada and Kaylani. What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. I'm bored. I'm bored. Need to wash my sheets. Having sugar once or twice a night. It's like so coldish. It's a good breeze. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. I'm bored. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? When I'm financially stable, I plan to travel around and meet people. Ideally, polyamorous men. I'm excited about that. I want to eliminate the fat on my belly. I want to get back to cooking for myself. I want a burger. Also from the Hacienda. That was the last place. I do that a lot too. Though I may want a Big Mac, like I haven't had one way in 2 years. What else? 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 I haven't had a Big Mac in 2 years. So maybe a Big Mac or a burger somewhere else. That's not the double standard. This one's a Central Market. I tried it once. It was bland. And I didn't want to flip the burger and I'll salt it. But I might be that would have been a good idea. If it's bland again, if I try it, I may ask if they can add salt to it. The people working there are so nice. I've had pizza there that have bread. Quattro formaggio is so good. It comes with a arugula for the most part, though sometimes I've had it without the arugula. I've asked for it with mushrooms, I think at least twice. And I think thrice I've asked for it with green peppers and red roasted peppers. So good. So good, so good, so good. What else? 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 I'm bored. I'm bored. What else? else? What 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 else? I'm bored. When I'm financially stable, financial trouble, the fun I make people, and the only funny hours, man. I'm excited about that. What else? 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 I'm bored. I wanna hike. I need outfits. What else? You can the cocktail around the steals from me. You can the cocktail around the gas and oil mercy and money. You can the cocktail around the stays in my homes with all my permission. You can the cocktail around the steals my vehicles. It's May 8th, 2025. You can the cocktail around the gas and oil me receiving money so taking Kilani. Can't live with me. It's May 8th, 2025. What else? 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 My parents usually, based on my wishes and emotions, believe that when I file a police report for someone, I do it for everyone that I know is behind the scenes. Also causing that bad behavior towards me. What else? What else? What else? What else? I've submitted many reports to the FBI tech forms regarding the people that steal from me, that get in the way of receiving money, that steal my vehicles, and that stay in my homes without my permission. I've submitted reports to the FBI about the people that raped me. I was raped in 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, 2024. I've been had sex since 2016 with my baby daddy up until like the last day that I lived with him. What else? 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 I'm bored. I also reported a person for raping me in 2020. However, what he did was harass me, so that's what it was. I didn't report him for actually raping me. I didn't mention we had sex to the police officer. I wonder if I to file a completely different report against that person raping me in 2023, or if the FBI can form. Then I feel that was enough. I've sent screenshots to the International Criminal Court of how mostly everyone in my family of origin, their relatives, neighbors, and colleagues have abused me, how they steal from me, how they get in the way of me receiving money, how they stay in my house without my permission, how they steal my vehicles. I've sent to the blue campaign, to the Homeland Security as well. Screenshots of how the people that stay in my homes without my permission, steal my vehicles, and knowing where they money, and stealing money. Tell me about it out through text, through messenger, through Gmail, through the contact form on my website. They're so disgusting. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. I'm bored. I'm bored. Let me just see how much right now. Other than what else? And I want. You can decapitate my humming sweaters and its sons. That rape me, that steal my money, and get in the way where you're saving money. It's May 8th, 2025. I think their names are on where each was sold out. Quiero ciudad. Alex. Gasco. Well, he is 9 years younger than me, a rapist too. And a sex addict. Full gas. What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. What else? What else? I'm bored. Pasta tomorrow. Pancake mix. My pantry, I need to toss. Bought it like a month ago. There's no electricity in my apartment. I didn't use that. It won't be using it. What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. I'm bored. I'm bored. Why not financially stable if we want to travel abroad and make people ideally followers and money? I'm excited about that. This is a decision that I made for myself when I was 3 years old. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? There were a good catch is near me. Only my baby dog that was good to me that not like it's listening material and all this fun buddy. What else? No good catches where I grew up on. There are no men there. And if there are some men there, to me at least, that's nothing uncommon as areas. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? When does my phone turn on? It's turning at 90%. Anyways, I've done great today too. I haven't posted on Facebook anything directly about the people that steal from me, not even their pictures, not even words that they said to me through text, through Messenger, through Gmail, through my website, ArleneLorenzo.com. What else? What else? What else? So this is progress for me. This is progress for me. I know it happened. I just didn't know when. What else? 5 years ago, I didn't even remember the names of those leeches that steal from me. For the most part, I don't ever think about them. Ew, ew, ew. They're mostly family members of my parents that are after my generational wealth that I don't have access to. What else? What else? What else? What else? 2 people are watching, 0 like this post. When I'm financially stable, I plan to travel the planet and meet people, ideally polyamorous men. Excited about that. And I miss Jada, I miss King Lonnie. What else? It's hilarious and everything that I used to hear about or talk about when I was little. No one has anything to go. It's just standard networking talk or finding out something possibly about one's heritage. What else? What else? Not a reason to kill one. Like mostly everyone in my family, unfortunately. No se puede significar boo ni chu. Ni qué rico sabe este postre. Ew, ew, ew. They're disgusting. Sex addicts, porn addicts are so gross. Ew, 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 ew. Mostly everyone that I grew up around is a sex addict and a porn addict. They're disgusting. No bochornan, son una vergüenza, la gente ya de edad adulta trying to rape me and my 2 children. Ew, 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 ew. What else? What else? What else? Anyways, when I'm financially stable, I plan to travel the planet and meet people, ideally for the hours, man. I made that decision for myself when I was 3 years old. And with the commitment of having babies with the Germanos, and that I've kept. What else? My money gets stolen from me, my homes get stolen from me, my vehicles get stolen.
And people move into my homes without my permission, literally trying to get to my amusement before I get. They're embarrassing. Those people that I grew up around, it's like attention Target shoppers. There will only be one Teddy Ruxpin there for sale at 6 a.m. I'm gonna be sleeping, dude. Not even if my kids wanted. I would show up at 6 a.m. If it's available, it's gonna be there. At any time that I would personally walk in at Target to get the Teddy Ruxpin. I wouldn't get in line for it either. Just to be the first. I wouldn't fight for it either. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? So Black Friday literally is a visual for those that don't know my family of origin for the most part, to see how they fight over penis and vagina. When you see those people fighting over TVs, that's tacky, that's material possessions. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Imagine how they kill those people that I grew up around for the most part. They kill for vagina and dick. It's gross. Ew, ew, ew. They're embarrassing. They're of adult age too. Ew. So asco. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. I want to watch a movie. I want to save money. I checked the computers today at the library. I don't know if they have DVR players. Oh, but I wonder if movies are available online to check out. This is Bibliotech. Oh. Bibliotech, I think, has a service where one can download shows and movies. Maybe they have DVD players at the library that one can borrow. Or one to use with a laptop that one already has, or one of the computers there. What else? 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 Oh, Kayla Barnes has a degree in arts. Ew. Esa tipa bruta. Just telling me behind the scenes that one has to start from the bottom. Ew, that's a sex addict, leech porn addict. She's disgusting. Ew, como caen tan brutas. Como caen tan brutas. Ew, 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 ew. Qué asco, gente, qué asco. You can decapitate Kayla Barnes. I'm tagging the FBI in this post, NATO, Interpol, the US Department of Homeland Security, the Justice Department in the United States, the International Criminal Court, the US Army, the US Marines. I'm seeking the death penalty for thousands of people that have stayed in my homes without my permission, that steal my vehicles, that get in the way of me receiving money, that steal my money, that steal from me in my homes, that are trying to rape me and my children. Ew, qué asco that Leech used to stay in my homes without my permission as an illegal prostitute pretending to meet me decades ago. Oh, qué asco. Ew. You can decapitate Benjamin Suarez Lorenzo's sons that rape me, that steal my money, and get in the way of me receiving money. They're disgusting. Ew, son una lacra, una basura, una asquerosidad en este planeta. I think their names are Andrew, Alex, Leach, Basura, Asquerosidad. Had at least 4 BMWs when I was 19. That I paid for at least one. And Benjamin Suarez and his sons that rape me, that steal my money and get in the way of me receiving money. Handed out my personal vehicles to leeches that would suck their dick illegally. Just for a ride in my car. They're disgusting, and people entertain that leech when he's like, Dale, drive Arlene's vehicle. Like if you're managing her vagina. Those leeches are sick, so gross. Ew. They're disgusting. And they think that I'm gonna wake up one day and ask them out on a date. Ew, ese tipo es un puerco. He's trafficked me into poverty trying to get me to move into my parents' home for him to rape me there, because when I was a child, he would enter my parents' home and rape me there. Times like 3 or 4. Oh, son unos puercos, una basura. Ew, 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 ew. Ew, son lo peor. Oh, qué asco. Qué asco. Esos tipos son una vergüenza. Ew, ew, ew. Qué asco. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. I'm bored. I am bored. My phone is turning off soon. It isn't charged fully. You can give me money in person through PayPal, SA, or Blue Sky. Blue Sky, the science school, lo que estoy pensando, straight to my heart. Arlene Lorenzo Art. Shop, INTAYIAFAY. I am Tire Shop. My GoFundMe campaign is gofundme.com/f/Arlene-Lorenzo-Acevedo. What else? I need a paisanos next month. And I was gonna back out tomorrow. What else? I miss Jaden. I miss Caitlin. You can decapitate everyone that gets in the way of me saving money so that Jaden can only can live with me. I wanna cook for myself and Jaden and for Caitlin. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else I haven't cooked for Jaden and Caitlin? Oh, I have cooked for Jaden last year when he visited me. I haven't cooked for Kaylani since 2020. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? My second cousin's brother abused. Oof, that not existed. Until we fall. Yeah. Ew, ew, ew. They rape me. They steal my money. They get in the way of my receive money. They think that I'm gonna take them on a date. And they're delusional. They're stupid. They steal my homes. They steal my vehicles. Ew, you know, tipo tan puerco thinking that they have first dibs of my vagina while they get their dicks wet everywhere. Tan un asco, son una basura, una asquerosidad. I don't ever want to see even a mis daughters and sons that rape me, that steal my money and get in the way of me receiving money, that steal my homes and steal my vehicles. They're stupid. They're stupid. So girls, I think their names are Andrew, Alex Leach, Albert, Alberto, Basura, Querosidad. Ew. I didn't even remember their names in 2020. I never think about them. What else? 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 I'm bored. I am bored. What else? What else? What else? What else? I am bored. What else? Tagging the FBI in this post, NATO, Interpol, the U.S. Department of Homeland Security, the Justice Department of the United States, the International Criminal Court, maybe the U.S. Army, maybe the U.S. Marines, maybe the U.S. Coast Guard. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored.